everybody, I wanted to make a quick introduction video to my very first storytime video because I wanted to take the time to really state that while I welcome you guys to laugh with me at what I have gone through recently and what I'm presenting in this story, I do want to make clear that trauma, abuse in relationships, and abuse of any form is not okay. This video is not a form of bashing to anyone or any parties involved. It is just a story that I am sharing with my community and whoever else may find this video in order to help process through grief, process through trauma, and also how to release toxic relationships. I also wanted to say that this video may contain triggers such as abusive relationships, manipulation, dealing with narcissists, and depression and feeling stuck in relationships. And again, while I've infused some humor into this story, please know that I am coming from a vulnerable place, and I really do appreciate the kindness that may follow this video. Thank you very much. And I'm going to be telling you guys a story while I practice my lashing for today. I told myself at least every day for an hour I'm going to be doing some lash practice on mannequin or a live model, so let's go. When you're dating a sociopath or someone with narcissistic personality disorder, it's different from someone who has narcissistic tendencies. Yes, it's still the same like headache, I guess, but when you are dating someone who has narcissistic personality disorder, it's different in the sense that this is who this person is. So your healing journey from dating someone who has a personality disorder rather than characteristics that you can go to therapy for or talk about and eventually get over is that you're going to have to quickly realize that this healing journey is going to be about managing yourself and never about fixing them. Dating a sociopath or a narcissist, their goal is to keep you second guessing yourself. They thrive when you feel unsafe, when you feel insecure or made to feel insecure. And like, if they can't feed off of you anymore, you're kind of useless to them. So that's why you'll notice, like, I guess, when you start to like see that person who they are, they like back away from you, or they might even get a little more like aggressive in like the manipulation tactics that they use, which is why I feel like a lot of people, including me, get really scared to tell the story of what's happening to them. Girl, like, it's literally not your fault. People like that with those personality issues prey on naive people. They prey on persons who have gone through past trauma, and they know who is desensitized to the things that they're about to bring into your life. So I say all that to say, trust your intuition. That's gonna be the theme of this story. Let's get into it. About 2 weeks ago, I went to New York to celebrate, and you guys saw that in my last vlog. I went to New York to celebrate my really good friend's birthday. So that was gonna be on a Saturday. I was really like pressed to go because I had missed her last 2 birthdays, either because I had no one to stay with my child, or I just was feeling really down. Like I couldn't see myself like going to party or anything. So this year I'm like more settled where I am, you know, able to do more things for myself, not feeling down, and I was just determined to go. Like, let's go. And New York is like a hop and skip away from here, especially on a plane. So I'm like, let's go. I get to New York, and the person like I'm referring to, like my past relationship, is where I'm staying. So things have been friendly, things have been fine, you know, like no indication that, you know, a bigger issue is looming besides the issues that have constantly existed that don't even, like, they kind of just don't even spark anything anymore. No anger, no whatever, just because it's just been my experience of this person as long as I've known them. So staying there because neither me or my child have been there for quite some time. Whatever, it's just the easiest thing to do, whatever. Get there, vibes are like immediately off. You just, again, you know when you know. vibes are off, or I'm feeling like this person is not receiving me as they normally would. I came to New York to chill, not to sit in an apartment, not to like, you know, be annoyed, not to go through anything, not to question anything. Like, I'm out, I'm in the streets. So of course that night, I'm in the streets. I go out with my girlfriend, we go to dinner, and as we're talking, you know, we're just like catching up on what's going on, how we're feeling. I did express to her that, you know, I just feel like in this long game that I feel that I've had to play, and I feel like I've had to play it in order to, you know, just secure financial support for my daughter, and to secure just like whatever relationship I was like fiending for them to have. Yeah, I felt like I always had to play this long game, but I felt like the long game came at a huge cost, which was like my own sanity. But like when you have a kid, you're like, I'm gonna do whatever. Like, I made this bed, I guess I have to lay in it. So what I explicitly told to my friend was that, you know, I just really do feel, even though my needs are not getting met, and you know, I do wish that I was with someone who had the capability to love me in the way that I needed to be loved, I feel like right now I just need to do whatever I need to do in order to make sure that my child is supported. You know, and that things that were said are going to be done. So I'll put my love life on the back burner. I'll put my life on the back burner until things are stable enough. Left with that sentiment. The next day, even weirder vibes, yo. Rude remarks are being made, I'm letting them fly. Some of them I definitely don't let fly, because I don't care who you are, you're not going to just talk to me however you'd like. I don't care what's going on with you. I don't care what your disorder is. I don't care what your problem is. Watch your mouth. So, you know, tit for tat, back and forths are happening, whatever. Now, we get a little bit closer to coming back to where I was staying, and something just tells me to say this, and I say it. So I was like, yo, like, you do know, like, if you're dealing with someone else, like, that's really not, I don't care. Like, what you should do though is just be upfront, like, say what you need to say, because the way you're acting and what you're doing is of someone who just, like, I'm in your space. Like, I'm very much stopping you from living a certain life that you want to live, but I'm in the way. Person's like deflecting immediately.
What are you talking about? I'm not talking about this. Like, I can never just hang out.
But, you know, the gaslight. You know, it's my fault things don't work out between me and this person because I continue to just assume things, quote unquote. You
think you know something, but you don't know anything. Like, you really just always looking for something, and nothing's really there. Like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Now let me backtrack before we get to today. So put a pin in it. Today is Friday. Put a pin in Friday. I'm gonna take us back to May of earlier this year. So in May of earlier this year, we take a little B-Day trip, a cute little situation, a cute little moment. And we're at dinner. Like, it was going fine. The trip was going well. No complaint, no whatever. I seen 1 or 2 text messages come in from like a very new name, a very new person, but I didn't say anything, right? Let's call her. We're not gonna call her anything yet. Hold on. So I see her name come through. I don't really say anything, whatever. That night, and we were going to dinner with the couple who was in the villa next to us. I'd already like set up having like the band come in, like sing happy birthday, whatever, put the little treats out, blah, blah. We're having a great time. The couple is a key. We are laughing it up, whatever, whatever. We're at the table, right? And we're all like, it's like big jokes. We're all joking about trust in relationships, and just like the couple that was with us, they're a lesbian couple. And so I was just joking. I was just like, I have never met a drama-free lesbian couple. Like, y'all be going at it like, I don't know what, like, I'm just going off about at the mouth, right? And the girl goes, whatever, I'll take so-and-so's phone right now. It doesn't matter, it's no issue, whatever, right? We're all laughing it up, joking it up. So I go and do the same joke, take the phone with the person I'm with. When I tell you that person stood up so fast to reclaim their phone that their chair literally knocked back and knocked the other chair that was like at another table over. After a little bit, like they tried to like regain the conversation, but I'm sitting there like, what is going on here? Of course, as I'm sitting there and they're trying to regain, you know, a little normalcy to the table, here comes the freaking mariachi band. So in true Libra fashion, I stand up and I'm like, no, do not sing to him. He does not get a happy birthday. And I storm out. I storm out. I didn't think about that all the way because I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get home? We all rode here together. It was kind of late. There was no taxi. Also, I'm not getting a taxi by myself. Whatever. I get back upstairs to the villa much quicker. So I'm upstairs. He has not come upstairs to the villa just yet. Whatever, I don't care. I'm packing my things. We were actually supposed to be leaving the very next morning. So he comes back up. Again, I'm not saying a word, you know, trying to make small talk, and I'm just like, I don't see you right now, whatever. So, sleeps like a freaking baby, this one. So, I don't though. I literally watch the freaking sun come up. I just like cannot get myself to sleep. I know that I'm gonna beat myself up about this. I just need to do something about it. So, I look over, making sure he's asleep, right? And so I'm like, this is the chance. It's either now or never. I grabbed that phone. I ran right to the bathroom, locked that bad boy up. Get in the phone, and wouldn't you know, this person hasn't received a text message in like 4 weeks. Get on the Instagram, this person apparently hasn't been on Instagram for like 52 weeks.
That's weird.
So I come out the bathroom and I'm like, where are the text messages on your phone? Like, what's going on? Because it's not like you haven't been on your phone since we've been here. So what's going on? I literally was like, if you don't answer my question right now, I'm gonna make sure that you get a room bill that your grandchildren are gonna be paying. So you might as well just fess up right now. And then I asked a little bit more of a direct question. I said, you got at least 2 text messages from Shorty, like when we landed here. Where are them text messages at? I thought y'all were besties. Like, isn't that how you introduced her? Mind you, I've never heard of her in my life. We've literally been together for years. I've never heard of this person in my life, but y'all been besties. Okay.
Well, she had told me something that I just didn't want in my phone. I just didn't want it in my phone, and so like I just deleted it.
So what did she tell you? This man proceeds to tell me that he is unsure if he should share it with me because it's none of my business and he doesn't want to, you know, break her trust. So finally he's
like, oh my gosh, I just really don't want to do this, but like, okay, all right, I just don't want you upset. She told me, she has herpes.
Now, y'all, let me talk to you. Why on earth would a girl who is just your friend skip all her other girlfriends and the Lord and come tell you that she has contracted a sexually transmitted disease? Fast forward to like the end of May, because he's having like a family tragedy, which is also, it was a collective family tragedy because I'm very close to the family. Wonderful people, will always continue to be wonderful people, and the person that was passing was extremely close to my daughter. So it was just, you know, not thinking at all about any other situation, anything happening. Like, I just needed to be present, made myself present, and made sure my daughter was there as well. So as we're up there, you know, I'm cooking with family. I'm taking care of what I need to take care of for family. you know, we're all together. I was really loving even though it was under sad circumstances, I haven't been in like so much of a like family entourage in so long, and like I really always craved that. I just loved how close everyone was being, and like, you know, like getting together, drinks, all families are. One of the days he'd come back during the day, I needed to go do groceries. I go do groceries, and as I'm putting the groceries back like in the trunk, I open the trunk, there's like a small little, it's not a spin a night bag, it's just more like a little tote. I know it's not his tote. I open the tote, and there's a blow dryer, a flat iron, a hot comb. So I'm like immediately I'm like, I know whose stuff this is. I call him up and I'm like, why the F are there hair supplies in the back of your car? Mind you, at this moment, he's going through this like 30+ phase where it's like, I'm getting braids, like with 2 pieces of hair. Immediately no. Immediately no. But you can't tell men nothing when they want to grow their hair out. So, you know, immediately I have the answer. His first reaction is to tell me, oh, that's so-and-so's, don't touch it. Excuse? Y'all know I touched it, right? Not only did I touch it, I made sure to drive back and throw it out in the dumpster right in front of the building. Don't play with me. The very next morning, I don't know, I literally cannot remember what the catalyst was. Let's just say though, got right back into that phone. This is now the second time I've gone through a phone, and like, ew. Again, retrospect. Dark to the bathroom, made it there, locked the door. First person I go through is that person, because I'm like, get there and like open the text message. So I'm reading a little bit backwards. First thing I see is,
it's really difficult, like not speaking to you every day.
Don't worry, we'll be back to the regular scheduled programming soon.
So mind you, at this time, things are off, but I'm not going all the way there just yet, because there's no way, right? There's no way. I know he's an idiot, but I didn't know how, you know, where the bottom was. So I'm scrolling a little bit more, and I see on Mother's Day, because I had come there the day before Mother's Day, and on Mother's Day I'd gotten like 2 very lavish gifts, and I posted them on Instagram. So on Mother's Day I'm seeing a text from this girl saying,
oh man, I'm just so tired of watching people get all the things I deserve. Like, when is it gonna be my turn?
Oh, I'm pissed. So I come out of the bathroom, and here goes the spin.
I don't know if I can be with someone who just, it's like every day you're gonna go through my phone. Like, is it about, you know, is it a trust issue?
Shut up. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I destroyed that apartment. So, to let anyone take you out of your body like that, toxic all the way. But I think I was fighting, I was literally, I'm fighting for my life at this point. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Why not? We're already here. So let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the whole kit and caboodle. I call shorty up and I'm like, hello. I felt as though I was very clear in saying that you two need to stop. Like, what's going on? I don't understand why I'm still seeing text messages. Like, I just feel like they're very inappropriate. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, comment down below. If a girl calls you pertaining to her man and is mistaken, right? Because your relationship is really just friends, like, wow. On a good day, I would have answered something like, you know, like, hey, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. I'm not sure what's going on with you guys. You know, just try to like offer some sort of like explanation, just some sort of something that would like calm the situation, diffuse the situation. On a bad day, I'd definitely be like, girl, get off my phone with this mess. Contact who you need to contact. Boop, hang up. But none of those happened. What did happen was shorty ready to go to war with me. So that let me know what I needed to know at that moment. That's your man. You put me in positions to have to defend myself or protect myself, I cannot hear anything but I need to protect myself. You know, like, again, bringing it for past trauma, like I've gone through things where no one else protected me, and you were making me feel abandoned or by myself, or I have to protect myself. No one is gonna protect me the way I know how to protect me. So that's what I was operating in. When like I ended up actually leaving that night, things are done, finito, finito, finito. Or one would think. But again, the long game. I have other stakeholders in this mess. We're back to Friday. Remember, I had brought up, again, you know, you need to let me know if you are doing something or if your mind is elsewhere so that, you know, we could just act accordingly as adults. Like, and so something tells me, bring it up.
Like, your insecurity is actually so unattractive.
Gaslight, gaslight, gaslight. And I'm just sitting there like, so I'm not wrong and I know I'm not wrong, so we're not gonna play this game. I'm actually just gonna get out of the car. I knew he wasn't gonna come up for quite some time. Like he just always, whatever, like disassociates from problems that he's created, whatever, fine. This is my moment. Today, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, okay? I'm looking, I don't really find a freaking thing. Like I'm going through anything that I possibly can. I don't find anything and I'm like, dang. So I sit on the edge of the bed and then like, honestly, like a movie, closet caught the corner of my eye. And I'm like, huh. I open the closet door. With a little shifting, there's a cell phone. This cell phone is not an old cell phone. It's a previously used cell phone, but it's not an old cell phone. I recognize the cell phone. Plug that bad boy in, wasting no time. It has a passcode. So I'm like, all right, Jesus, if you want me to see what's in this phone, thank you. If you don't want me to see what's in this phone, also thank you. Put the first code in, doesn't work. Put a second code in, does not work. You know, third time, I'm either in this bitch or I'm not. So take a deep breath, put the code in, it's a go. First thing I get to is the text message with like a picture ID on it. I'm like, that person looks familiar. Open it up. Know who it was. So at this point, let's give them names because it gets a little confusing. So let's call the girl CB. And we're gonna call the guy CG. Because that's what they were calling each other in the text messages anyway. So cute. So that's what that is. So I'm reading, you know, just a couple more recent ones or whatever. And it's just like, baby this, CG, CB that. So now I'm like, let me just keep scrolling. How far does this go back? I actually have to stop scrolling because I'm now back in February of last year. It went on some more, but I stopped because something caught my eye. And what caught my eye was that a picture of my daughter was sent in this text thread, and I'm like, I don't know why a picture of my kid is in this. CG telling CB just stories. Like, let's just stories. So now we're getting to a point where it's just like becoming really offensive because CB is responding in a manner that's like her conspiring with CG on like how to retrieve my daughter from my home. Can you imagine?
Absolutely disgusting, by the way. I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
My jaw is unhinged at this point. Continuing to read, and you can just tell when the time, you know, the time is shifting at this point. Like I'm like kind of fast scrolling at this point because I'm like, oh, I need to like get back and like record this entire phone. But right now I'm just reading to read. Another point I had landed on was, you know, now like you can kind of tell when he and I start like, you know, I let him like going back to a little bit of normalcy. But you could also tell that CB is also now betrothed with someone else. Because it's like,
hey, don't call me this tonight. I'm stepping out with so-and-so. Text me if you need me.
And he's like,
won't be able to talk today, won't be able to talk tomorrow either, my fault.
I'm looking at these dates and I'm like, you can't talk because you're with me. Literally joking, testing each other out to see what would happen if, you know, someone else texts the phone or someone else were to find the phone. Like, how are they gonna respond? How are they were gonna like cover up for one another or whatever. I think I'm so out of body at this point that I'm just like cracking up. Like, so then I get to around my kid's birthday last year, COVID, we can't really do a party, we can't really do anything, so I ended up setting up a dinner, small dinner, me, this person, and one other person, and my daughter. I was really like all over the place that day. I still had to work, and I was like gonna be a little bit late, and it was gonna make me miss getting my daughter's hair done. So this person steps up and they're like, you know what, I will get the hair done. I'm just gonna take her, you know, whatever, I'm in a rush, we're in a rush, thank you for getting things done. I'm assuming that someone we know is doing the mother's hair. Lo and behold, I am now reading that CG took my kid to CB.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 way, boy.
I'm gonna let y'all sit with that for a second. I'm unable to breathe. I'm laughing so hard. It's anger, it's shock, it's how funny the delusions in these text messages are. I'm unable. So all I can do is laugh. Then I went in the pictures, right?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my God.
The videos I am seeing. So not only am I getting played, not only is CB getting played, but it's like the plethora of women. Not one condom in sight. There is no bottom to evil, okay? Stop thinking they've shown you all that they're gonna show you. Like, oh my God, it can't get worse. It can and it will. I basically like carbon copy that entire phone. The things I saw, y'all, some things I'm gonna have to keep for myself because, oh my God. But the things I saw and the things I read, I literally will never forget them.
So humiliated.
So my dumbass, at this point, he's coming back upstairs, right? I hear him open the door. I should have hid the cell phone and then just shown him a couple little things from my phone. Because what you gonna do, break it? I have insurance, please, okay? So I'm holding both the phones together and I just start reading aloud messages from CB to CG. First things first, this person opens it, and I understand it, the shock. You know, like you were just parking a car, you thought you would come back upstairs to semi-peace. The shock makes him respond, it's probably old. Okay. So then, again, I resume to my like hysterically laughing. At this point, he's like approaching me, obviously about to get this phone out of my hand. So I'm at this point calmly packing my things. I'm just like, gotta go, gotta leave. So I'm doing that. And this person is, again, I guess you can hear his mind turning. Like you can hear the gears in his brain turning, trying to come up with something. A smart person would just shut their teeth, shut it up at this point. But this person, we figured out they're not smart by now, right? This person opens their teeth to say,
this is not even who you think it is though. Like it's not even, you're still wrong.
And so at this point, I did recognize an opening for comedy. So I said, sir, even if this was LaToya freaking Jackson, how would that help you right now? Didn't really wait for a response. So now this person is getting kind of nervous because I guess the normal reaction you would think from that is like a real fight is about to ensue, whatever. Nope. I'm also questioning myself, like, why am I not reacting to this? Like, why am I not really like, nothing's coming out of me except for just like, literally all I can do is laugh. So now that they're realizing like, uh-oh, I have to regain control of the situation.
Your reaction's really scaring me. Like, I don't think this is a safe place for me to be right now.
Why? I'm literally packing my things and I'm leaving. Like, I haven't touched you, I haven't come near you. Like, what's the issue? Like, give me 5 minutes, I'll be out of your hair. I be watching crime stories, okay? I be watching 2020. And isn't this how the stories always go? Like, it's always the wife gets killed, the person in the you know, who was very unexpected gets killed as if they were holding someone hostage. If you want to be with the love of your life, go be with the love of your life. Leave me out of it. But you're not going to have me stay there and then kill me so you can do what you need to do. You're not gonna kill me, sir. I have life to live. Wouldn't you know, he ran out of that apartment faster than I could leave. So now I'm stuck. Please get over here. I would like to leave this evening. Sir, hurry up and come back.
Is it safe if I come over there? Like, I just want to be able to talk to you and dispute something.
Dispute? This is not your credit report, and I don't give a damn. Come back to your apartment so that I can leave here, please, so that we can part ways. He ends up coming back like 45 minutes later. He brings his like cousin for like reinforcement. I'm like, what? Okay. Like, I don't know if he thought like, you know, he needed like a middleman to either talk or maybe to like calm me down. Either way, what a waste, because I literally just like picked up my duffel and walked out. I was determined to still have a really great time. Guys, I was originally up there to celebrate my friend's birthday, like my closest friend possible. And so I'm not gonna miss that again. And I did just that. I was very proud of myself. Today we had such a great day together, got ready together and everything, and then just, I had such a great night. I don't remember the last time I did a party like that, went to a party, stayed out like that, was in the moment like that. So it was really great. I really think the Holy Spirit was with me, because I also till this day don't really understand how I was able to put the literal trauma I had just like experienced and like the shock of what I just experienced to the side and be that present. Like I've never been able to do that ever. Like this person like is then trying to ruin the moment. I need to speak to you. We really need to see each other. Like I would like to talk about what? I'm not saying, I'm saying this to you guys, right? And in my mind, I'm really not responding. But it's just, again, like you go through so much that you know so much now. Like it's like, you know, a person who is like this, a narcissistic person, a sociopath person, when they want to talk, when they want to be heard, it's to alleviate their guilt with stuff. They don't really give a F about how they made you feel, or you know what the consequence of their actions are doing to you. It's not about you. It's to alleviate how they feel and to possibly get off some more lies. So the only way someone can disrespect you is if you hand them the keys to disrespect you. So we've changed the locks at this point. Do you guys remember at the beginning of the video when I was saying or at the beginning of the story when I was saying that, you know, I told my friend on Thursday that I just really feel like I'm just gonna have to lay in the bed that I made, and that, you know, I'm gonna have to put my life on the back burner to continue to play this long game, to really assure that my daughter continues to be financially supported. Like I'm not gonna be able to really do much with moving on for myself until I really secure certain things and make sure that, you know, money continues to come in to take care of my child. When this happened, I feel like my biggest takeaway was that I'm free. The prison I had just resigned myself to that Thursday, by Saturday morning, or really by Friday night, I was free of that prison. I should have never put myself in that prison. I feel like, thank God I found those messages. Thank God what happened, happened. And thank God it didn't happen a day earlier or a second earlier than what it did. Because I wouldn't have been, it's just divine timing. I would not have been ready. I may have reacted differently. Who knows what? Instead of feeling like, you know, going on a rampage or doing all these things or whatever, what instead I felt was, besides free, was validated. I knew what I knew from the beginning. I knew what I knew, and no matter how much this person was trying to gaslight me, no matter how much this person was trying to make me feel crazy, dumb, insecure, I know nothing about nothing, like I'm too emotional, you know, those one-liners that they love to use, narcissists love to use in order to make you feel low or in order to detach you from your reality. I was not letting it rock. Of course it affected me, right? Of course sometimes I was like, is it me? Like, maybe I am bringing this up too much, or maybe like certain people deal with things differently than I do. But you know when something is off. Your intuition will always speak to you. And as, again, people who have gone through trauma, it's harder to listen to yourself. But I really think that whoever is praying for me, whoever he couldn't tell was praying for me when he thought that I was vulnerable, and I guess I was vulnerable, was speaking loud enough for me to never stop trusting my intuition at the end of the day. Because had I listened to what was being told to me, I would have never been free. That's the end of the story, y'all. But I guess, again, like, I wanted to get this out for myself, and as like the last time I will be talking about this, because I am just so ready to receive what's next for me in life. I'm just so ready to see what receiving the love that I deserve looks like. And by no means is just telling this one story mean I'm totally healed and I'm fine and I feel better. Like, things like this take time, and I understand that they'll take time. And again, whatever your healing process looks like, it will take time. But again, we're not alone. Like, no matter how strong somebody looks, no matter how, you know, great the pictures look or whatever, like, things are happening to people that are unbelievable to some and identical for others. And so I'm really hoping someone who's watching this can use this story as confirmation for you know what you know. Don't let anyone tell you differently. You're not crazy. You're not overly emotional. And then lastly, do what you must do to protect you. And then do what you must do, if you're a mother, do to protect your child. That's not one sentence. Like, I want to really make sure that you understand what I'm saying. Protect you and then protect your child. Because that's a symbiotic relationship, right? If you're constantly worried about what to do for your child first, you're neglecting yourself. And after a while, when you continue to neglect yourself, you've then failed your child. It's not the other way around. When you constantly take care of yourself, you make sure you're the best person that you can be in your best health, your child benefits from that. So take care of you, protect you, then do what you need to do to also protect your child. To stop looking to other people to confirm, am I doing the right thing? They're not in your shoes, right? They don't know what is your trigger. They don't know how much you can take or what you should take. And again, just because you can take something doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can tolerate someone's abuse does not mean that you should. Because saving yourself is the goal. It doesn't matter how it's going to make this other person feel. It doesn't matter how it's going to make, you know, other people look at you and like, trust me, I'm going to be editing this, I'm going to be putting it out, and I'm scared. I am so scared of how people will perceive me. But so what? So what? Like, I'm living my life, I'm experiencing my life, I'm going through things, and what can you do to me? What more can you really do to me? Especially if I'm not silent about it. So here we are. Protect yourself, trust your intuition.